Welcome to Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes with your host Bert Laporte, Damian Monte Carlo, and Angry Mike D. Alright, sit back and enjoy the ride as they talk about all things that rock and other useless knowledge you don't care about. And remember, every asshole has an opinion. This is theirs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
All right, we're back. Another episode, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. This one we're talking about we're going to review the band The Warning, and the name of the album is called Keep Me Fed. I think it just came out, right, Bert?
Last Friday. Yep.
Came out last Friday, and it's the fourth album. They're a Mexican rock band.
They sing in
girls.
English though. They sing in English pretty well.
Yeah.
So.
They got their start. I don't know, a few years ago. I don't remember. I don't know if you guys remember that they did Enter Sandman. They were like teenagers. They were kids. They did a cover of Enter Sandman, and it went viral.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's why I thought when I asked you, I thought you knew. Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago or so. I don't know.
Yep.
Because I remember people sending it to me and everything. Oh, check out these kids. You know, these
Drummer's
girls from Mexico.
badass.
They're good. They're really
They're a good
really
band.
good band. Yeah, they're doing really well the past couple albums, and they're
I think this is going to be
great.
their
Yeah, they're a
breakthrough.
great
This
band.
is going to be their breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be their breakthrough. Yeah, it's three sisters. Daniela, Paulina, and Alejandra, I guess it is. I can't pronounce the last name. I'm going to say Villarreal.
Villarreal, I think.
Okay. Anyway, they know who they are. And yeah, from Monterrey, Mexico. Yeah, man. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. This was a good find for me. Yeah, so we're gonna do our normal countdown from our least favorite to our favorite song on the record as a whole. We'll give our individual scores too, then we'll give it as a whole, and then we'll generate an album, ranking or score as a whole, as all three of our scores together. Remember, 1 to 4 is not that good, 5 is mediocre, 6 is okay, 7's pretty damn good, and 8's really damn good. A 9 is amazing, and a 10 is hard to get. So
Another thing we should probably state with this one, we're one day into this, at least I am. So I don't know how long you two guys heard this, but I just found that yesterday. This is like an out of the box review for me, pretty much.
Yeah, I was hoping you gave it a little higher than what you did. But
well, I'll explain it. I don't think I could, but I think we should probably at least say that.
Yeah. Mike only gave it like maybe a listen or two, I guess.
Oh, I did too. I only listened to it.
I gave it a good 5-6 turns, probably.
Yeah, I gave it one listen, and it's pretty, for me, it's pretty consistent across the board. But
yeah,
we'll get into that.
We'll get into that with our final thoughts. Okay, so The Warning album, Keep Me Fed, and yeah, Damo, you could pronounce it instead of me. Coming in at number 12.
Hey mas quieres, which means what else do you want in Spanish?
I want tacos, and
it's the only
Taco
song in Spanish, and I gotta say, I really like this. I can't really speak Spanish. I do understand some words came out during this that I could understand. Then I went to Google Translate to see what the song title meant and everything. But I did like the song. I thought it was pretty catchy. I gave it, this is one only 2 songs, actually only 3 songs got like an 8 rating, and this was one of them. So I ranked it pretty high. I gave it an 8.
Okay, Mike D.
Yeah, I gave this a 5. I'm going to totally admit on this one. I just didn't even give it much of a chance. It did have some neat stuff going on, but I by the time this song came on, I was a little annoyed, and I kind of just was done with it. Now, I'm going to explain it. I mean,
Wow.
there's an explanation.
Okay.
I'll probably get to it on the next song.
Um, which is funny because you probably didn't read the lyrics on the next song. But okay, so yeah, for me, this song was good. Good melody line. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. It's not a bad song. I didn't mind the different language. It was kind of pleasing. Yeah, that's all I got. It was pretty good. Coming in at number 11, Damo, Sharks.
Yeah, another one actually, and it's funny because I guess I was the only one who thought this way, but this is another one of my favorite tracks, and it was, it ranked pretty low with you guys. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought this was one of the better songs.
Okay, Mike D.
At this, I mean, I might as well just get it out of the way now. I felt like every song was really good, and at a certain point, usually around the chorus or the bridge, it just what detracted from it for me was I'm having a Biden moment here was basically this brown noise between the guitar and the bass, like Korn does, kind of, and it just felt like it was overwhelming because it was just every song. So, yeah, I gave this one a 5.
Okay. I gave this a 6.75. I probably could have went a little higher with it. It's not my favorite song on the record, but it does fit well on this record. I mean, it definitely fits the record. It's a decent tune. I still like it. I definitely still like it. I think it's good. Don't let the title fool you. You got to read the lyrics with the title. It's more in depth than what it sounds, which is the whole record. The one thing I will say about this band, there's no cheese. There's no cheese at all. For a younger band, kind of putting out big hooky choruses, there's zero cheese. There's none there, which is great, They sound way more established than what they probably, I mean, well, they started young, but they know what they're doing, and their producer definitely knows what they're doing. I mean, this album was put together to have hits. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they all are. Okay, coming in at number 10, Damo, Consume.
Yeah, I thought it was a really solid tune. Like Mike said, I kind of feel like the album is it's pretty consistent. I think all the songs are really good. Only a couple really stand out. This isn't one of them, but I still gave it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was everything is pretty much
Decent, solid.
Yeah, consistent. It's there wasn't one that stunk out as a bad song.
Yeah.
And I think the lowest score I gave any of these songs was a 7.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and this one was one that got a 7. I thought 7
Yep.
out of 10.
Mike D, coming in at number 10.
I gave it a 6. Again, like it was just that guitar bass combo. And listen, I'm not saying these girls can't play, because they could play their ass off. This album, it is good. What drove it crazy was just that brown, that
It's a guitar
every
sound.
song, right? And
You didn't like the tone of the guitar.
It's like
right.
that sludgy
It's just dropped
kinda...
down so low, but it's like it keeps getting, instead of progressing up higher, it just keeps going lower and lower and lower.
That's the sound, that's like that
Yeah.
radio sound now.
Oh, I see. I can't do that. That just bothers me.
Yeah, but what's funny? I'm on the opposite end of that, because I kind of dig that, because you think they would go heavy and growly, and they don't. And that's why I like it.
Right. I mean, it's like vocally, I mean, even song wise, like I think everything's put together wise. It's just the guitar and I mean, I could even hear the bassist can play on the track. So the guitars can play. But whatever they did, just every song hits that just growl, and it's just can't do it.
Yeah,
I think also it's like that maybe because they're a 3-piece, they're a trio,
Yes,
right? It fills it out more, I guess.
Fills it out, yeah.
But,
I mean, I'm sure I never saw them live, but I'm sure they got to have some tracks running.
I
Right, but
watched a couple
every-
live
that's-
clips. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not I wouldn't give that an excuse. I mean, they're studio musicians, and I mean, but that's just me. I don't like that sound. There might be, a shitload of people who do. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Davo, I mean, that's actually on me. Consume. I think it's a fun song. It's decent all around. Really cool instrumental part in the middle. Yeah, I like this one. I gave it a 7.5. Coming in at number 9, Automatic Sun. What you got, Damo?
Um, yeah, usually towards the end of end of a record, the songs kind of like dip down and everything. But like I said, it kept up with the pace of the record. It's consistent. I gave it a 7.2 out of 10.
Mike D.
I gave it a 6. I have a name for this noise that they make. I'm gonna call it the brown noise.
Okay,
you can't call it
you
that.
can't call it the brown noise. There's already a brown noise name.
Eddie Van Halen.
Because the brown noise is invented to
brown
make
sound.
you like kind of right. It makes you shit your pants. Like after hearing a whole album of that, I really felt like I was going to shit my pants. So I call it the
Really?
brown noise.
Okay.
It's the Revenge of Mike.
Yeah, it must be because it's weird. Okay.
You never heard of the brown note?
The brown note and brown noise is two different things. The
Right,
brown
okay.
noise, the Eddie Van Halen sound is
Brown
way
sound,
different than what you're saying. The brown sound,
Right.
is a way different thing than what you're talking about. So the first thing people are going to think of is the Eddie Van Halen thing. So
No,
they're probably not
nothing
going
to
to
do.
get what you're saying. Yeah, you're talking about that note that makes you shit yourself, which
I can't even say Dookie because they think of Green Day. Then Jesus, man, like where do I go from here? Because
All right, so Automatic Sun, I gave it an 8. I dig the intro. I think the verse is really good. Well written song. A lot of cool layers are in there. It colors. There's a lot of cool colors underneath going on. Even some of the keyboard parts in some of these songs got some cool stuff. I mean, it's dancey. It's heavy. It's dancey. I mean, this is everything I like. So yeah, I gave it an 8. All right, Damo, coming at number 8, Burnout.
Good rock tune. Remind me of something, that band. Who's that band? It's like two guys. What are they called?
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, they're modern. They're like a modern band.
MGMT.
No, like a modern hard rock band. It's like two guys. It's Cage the Elephant, or I don't know what like one of those bands. I don't know. They're on the radio all the time, but this song had that sound. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Mike D, Burnout.
Gave it a 6.
Okay.
And I can't say much more.
Burnout, I gave an 8.4. I think it's another solid tune. Good hooks, good arrangement. The arrangement's fucking great in this whole thing. Cool vocal at the end. I like the way it changes at the end of the song. It sounds something like there's like I don't know if there's a theremin in there or one of those. There's definitely some cool shit going on. It
Royal
sounds
Blood.
like that's in the song at one point.
That's the band, Royal Blood.
Oh yeah, I know that band. Yeah, they do well.
This song reminds me of Royal Blood.
I don't think I ever heard of that.
Yeah, and they were open for the Foo Fighters for a bit. I remember one time they did a tour with them, I think. All right, coming in at number 7, 6 Feet Deep, Damo.
Good opening track. This one, when it came in with the intro, I wasn't expecting the whole feel to be like a halftime. If I was playing behind the drums in this song, I would have played the tempo fast because it was like a faster kind of riff coming in, and so I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, it was a good track, good opener. I mean, I gave it a 7.5.
Okay, Mike D.
Good chorus.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was a good opener. I like the intro to it. I gave this one a 6.5, a little bit higher.
Okay, 6 Foot Deep, I gave a 7.5, same as Dame. I thought it was a good way to start off the record. Decent verse. Then it goes in this pretty chorus thing. It's a pretty good tune. Pretty good tune. A good way starting off the record, I thought. Coming at number 6, Apologize. What you got, Damo?
I gave this a 7 out of 10. I like the break before the chorus, or the pre-chorus. It kind of stops. It's like an a cappella vocal thing, and then it comes in with the heavy chorus. It's good song. Nothing really stuck out. I did like the chorus. I like the guitar effect or keyboard or whatever it is, in there. I thought it was pretty cool. Solid, just like everything else.
Mike D, Apologize.
Apologize. It's pretty much, I guess, the average for the album for me. I gave it a 6. Not much I could say about this one.
Apologize, 8.75. I give it a high one. Super cool verse. That verse is fucking awesome. I just love the way she sings like not talk singing, but she just sings like she knows how to build it up. She knows how to build the tension from the verse to the chorus. I mean, it's songwriting 101. It's there. Super cool verse. Melody is awesome. The quiet pre-chorus part that Damien was talking about is fucking killer. It's killer. Yeah, chorus is good. This song's the goods for me. I think the song's great. It's my second favorite on the record. Coming at number 5, Escapism. What do you got, Demo?
I really like the verses. I'm a sucker for soft verses, you know, because the emphasis is on the lyrics and the vocal melody, you know, and if anything, if there was a slow song, a ballady kind of song, probably this one. Not, but when the chorus comes in, not really. But I gave it a 7.3 out of 10.
Okay, Mike Dick.
Yeah, I kind of like this one. Again, like I said, those obvious things are there for me. I gave this one a 6.5.
All right, Escapism, 8.25 for me. It starts off with a cool little keyboard part. The keys throughout the song are real good. But man, this there's great melody, you know, as a songwriter myself, as far as doing melodies and shit like that. Great melodies. This whole record's full of melody, man. And they're catchy. And there's no cheese, which is unbelievable, actually. They're strong. I mean, every song hits you without the cheese. That's the best part to put it. Great guitar, eerie keyboards in it in the later part of the song. Yeah, this one's a good one. Coming in at number 4, Sick. What you got, Damo?
I like this one. I can see it being a really good live song, maybe even like an opener or a second song in the set. I gave it 7.25. I gave it.
There you go. Mike Dick.
I like this one. You know, it wasn't bad. You know, more of the same stuff for me, but kind of it's got that on a rope.
Every album's got that. Every
Yeah,
band's got that.
every album's got that.
It's common.
I think about 90% of the albums must have it.
No, this is the only song that has it on the record.
No. I'm saying on like
And
bands, like,
Out there,
just in
yeah.
general, right? Yeah.
Everybody has one of those tunes, man, which is great, and I'm a sucker for it every time. Real good, solid song. I like this one a lot. I like the drums and the verse. I thought the drums and the verse were cool. That in them hits, you know, I thought it was really cool. The part that goes into the pre-chorus, the chorus is strong, the mid part's strong with the harmonies. The music breakdown's really good, and then it goes back into the pop song. I think the arrangement's fucking great. Yeah, I mean, if these kids are doing the arrangement themselves, oh my god, that's all I gotta say.
There was writers on this entire album.
There has to be, because it's just too good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm looking at the credits. I think, I don't think they wrote any of the songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. They didn't. They didn't write any of them.
but the arrangement,
Wait, it says all tracks written by Danielle Paul and
that's the girls. This is the
with
girls.
additional writer. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they did write
They
all the
did write.
songs, but they had co-writers on
All right, well,
all the
that's fine.
tracks. So
That's fine. But the arrangement, man, it's like for a band that young, you know, they're super young, but they got to be early 20s probably.
yeah,
You know?
Well, all the
Well,
songs are about 3 minutes too. Like,
Yeah.
and there's not one guitar solo. There's not one solo.
I
on
didn't
this
notice
album.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was a little because I know they could play.
Oh yeah, that girl could play.
You know, but they want to keep it for the radio, and everything is all the songs are right around 3 minutes. So
Yeah.
you know they all follow
Mhm.
the same formula. you
Oh
know?
yeah, definitely this album's
Yeah.
definitely got a formula.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gave this one a 9. It was my highest rating on the record. And I went back and forth. I mean, there were some that I lowered, I hired. I was going back to, it was hard for me to pick a favorite in the beginning. I'm like, wow, this is like, it's close. A lot of it was close for me. All right, coming in at number 3, Satisfied. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, I thought this one was pretty good. I gave it a 7.6. Nothing really stuck out. Same formula as the other songs.
Mike D.
Nothing crazy.
Couldn't have said it better. 6.
All right, I gave Satisfied at 8.7. Right off the bat, it hits me with the groove, man. Another great vocal verse, really without even really pushing anything. It's just really good. She throws in this little tasteful thing here at the end of some of these vocals. Like, she'll give you something kind of plain, and then she'll throw like a little tasteful hook in there, which is kind of neat.
She's really good.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the bottom end, I love the fucking the sound that Mike I think don't like. I kind of like. Yeah, solid tune for me. All right, guys, coming in at number 2. Hell You Call a Dream. What do you got, Damo?
This one, I specifically like the chorus on that. So because of that, I gave it 7.75.
7.75 for Damo. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, my second highest rating. I gave this one a 7. I like the
Okay.
chorus. It was really good. Sticks in your head. I still hear it.
Hell You Call a Dream. I gave it an 8.5 at it's all the ingredients of a hit song, I think, in it. It's all in the mix, the different layers, the floating stuff in there. It's well done. I think it's got hit all over it. Even though it's not my highest ranking song, I think it's a hit. All right, guys, coming in at number 1, the one we all kind of pushed in for. Song called More. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, I mean, this one clearly stuck out as the best song. And lo and behold, it's the single.
Yeah.
It's a great song, man. I like everything about it. I like the chorus, almost not hip hop, but I like the cadence of her voice. I love the chorus, the guitar, and everything. And I gave it an 8.5.
Okay, Mike D.
I probably should have definitely gave this one higher. This probably should have been 8. Crazy chorus on this. Definitely weird. I didn't even know this was a release for the album. It's actually too weird to be a release, in my opinion, but it's great.
All right. For More, I gave an 8.25. I love the beginning, with the music and the vocals. It's a cool tune. It definitely sticks in your head. But I really, really like the vocals in the verse. The vocals in the verse are just, all these verses are, I just love the way she approaches it. This is a good one, man. This is a really, really good song. So before we give our final thoughts, our final scores on the Warning, Keep Me Fed, I gave it a 7.98. Mike gave it a 60.8. And Damien gave it a 7.5. It totals into a 7.19, which is good. It's a good record. We got a decent score. All right, so let's go to final thoughts on the whole thing. Damo, what you got?
I thought it was really, really consistent. All the songs were. I don't want to say. I don't want to say all the songs kind of like sounded the same, but it did kind of have like a modern rock AC/DC thing where everything is sort of like, I don't know.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
I don't know if that makes it. I mean, it doesn't sound like AC/DC, but you know how like AC/DC and Slayer, they're pretty much like they stay within their
realm.
Wheelhouse,
yeah,
right?
their
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
it's kind of what I had.
Yeah, that's how I felt like this one was pretty much the same kind of vibe. And like, you could see all the songs around the same time limit and everything, but there wasn't anything that sucked, but there was only maybe just that last song that we all said was the best one. That's like the only one that really, really stuck out as the best. Everything else was, really good, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Is it something that would have replay value for you?
Probably not. I mean,
really?
I would listen to it again. I mean, you know what? Honestly, if I saw them live,
I heard they're better even live. Yeah.
Yeah. If I saw them live, that would probably do it for me again. Or because I do listen to the radio, if they put out like another single that was getting a lot of radio airplay, like that other song, because I heard that on the radio a bunch of times, maybe it would grow on me and I probably would listen to it more, but after one listen, it's really hard to say, but if you're pointing a gun to my head, I probably won't listen to it again.
Right.
Mike, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just I'm just being
Mike D, thoughts?
So I didn't hate it, and I actually thought it was really good. I mean, it had all the makings of a huge pop album, rock album, whatever you want to call it. It's in both territories, really. what killed it for me was just that bottom end, which you love so much.
Yeah, I did.
For me, it's like, and I'm not saying like these girls can play, but like I hear that in just way too many bands. Like, and to me, it's almost like a cover up sound in a certain sense. Like when I feel bands use it too much, like, oh, we don't know what to do, we're just going to throw this in there. It's like every band uses it, and this has been going on. This has been going on since like the '90s with Korn, and that's what
down sound.
Mm-hmm. That's what really stops me from liking Korn so much is that.
So you're not a fan of like the 7-string guitar and stuff like that stuff?
I don't know. I never really gave a listen to know if anything was a 7-string or a 6-string. Really, I wouldn't really know by listening. Maybe you would,
right?
But I mean, for me, it's just like I feel like a pop album, like it should have had more of an upbeat feel. Where this one's kind of going down. But that's just me.
I got you. All right. So my final thoughts on I got some stuff here. It's a pop rock album with dancey beats, cool musical layers that are enough to keep your ears interested, I think. This album was written to be a hit. Definitely. I think their team, whoever, this was written to be big, I think. And I think they will be big. It has everything. The arrangements are perfection. And it's exactly the way, if you got a guy going in there going, we're going to make a fucking hit record, this is the formula. What'll happen, I don't know. But that's definitely the formula. But now the con of it, I'll even give the con of it, even though I like this record a lot. The con is sometimes too much of that can work against you. It could be too perfect or too set up. It could be, you know what I mean? It could be too much of the formula. But it's a well-crafted album, and I think if I had, one or two bands in this kind of genre, that's all I need. I don't need a third or fourth band. So if I listen to one or two bands that have this kind of sound, I'll be good at it. I couldn't listen to 10 of them like this, but one or two I could deal with. But that being said, the album's an 8 for me as a whole. And I think for me, it has great replay value. It was a good thing I tripped over on Spotify and gave it some time to, because I liked it. It definitely, and then I didn't even know, I had to go back to see who they were. And then once I dug up, I'm like, oh yeah, they were the young kids that did Enter Sandman, which was even better that I had to go back because there was no anything in my head. So yeah, I think these
let
be used.
Let me add something though, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind listening to any of these songs again. Like there was nothing horrible really on this album. Like maybe if it was put in a mix and it got like just randomly came across, I'd be like, this is pretty good. But for me, it was just the whole thing was kind of
right
at once was too much.
I got you. But last week wasn't. I'm only kidding.
Well, there's a uniqueness, and like you said, you could only take so many bands that sound like this, but nobody sounds like the Cardiacs, and that's a good thing.
Sure, but
I don't want another Cardiacs because there's only one, and nobody can do that genius. Nobody else can do that. I'm sorry.
There you have it. Well, if you get a chance, check it out on Spotify. The Warning, Keep Me Fed. Give it a shot. Mixtapes and Taste of Cakes. See you next week.